Look at the city, covered in by the storm, breathing slower than usual. The traffic moves carefully. The sidewalks are nearly empty. The sky hangs low and heavy above us. Toronto. This is where we work. This is where we play. This is where we live. And days like this, they remind us who we really are. Because winter doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't wait for perfect time. It doesn't check your schedule. It just arrives. Cold, demanding, unapologetic. And yet, the engines still start, the buses still roll, the lights still glow through the snowfall. People still show up. That's something powerful. There's a certain kind of strength you only find on days like this, not loud strength, not flashy strength, quiet strength. The kind that grips the steering wheel a little tighter, the kind that leaves earlier, the kind that says, I'll move forward anyway. Snow slows everything down. It forces patience, it demands awareness, it teaches respect for the road and maybe respect for the journey too. You can't rush a snow-covered street, you can't force traction where there isn't any. You adjust, you breathe, you move steady. Maybe that's life. Some seasons are built for speed, others are built for endurance. Some days are sunshine, others are snowfall. But both shape you, both prepare you. Look at these streets. Look at the headlights cutting through the white. Look at the tire tracks forming paths where there were none. That's resilience in motion. And in this city, in this cold, in this quiet storm, we don't stop. We adapt. We keep moving daily, intentionally, together. Toronto. This is where we work. This is where we play. This is where we live. Even in the snow. Especially in the snow. So wherever head today, through traffic, through uncertainty, through whatever storm life has dropped in front of you, remember this. You've handled hard roads before. You've navigated worse weather. You've made it through every winter that tried to slow you down. You make it through this one too. Keep driving, keep showing up, keep building, keep believing. Because storms don't define a city. How it moves through them does. And this is how we play. This is how we live. If this is your first winter here, welcome. This is Toronto. Not the postcard version. Not the summer festival version. Not the skyline and sunset version. This is the real one. Cold, snow-covered. Breathing in slow white silence. Maybe today feels overwhelming. The roads look different, the air feels sharper. Everything seems unfamiliar under a blanket of snow. You might be wondering, did I make the right choice? Let me tell you something. Every person who calls this city home has stood in a moment like this. Watching snow fall heavier than expected. Learning how to tide a little slower. Learning how to layer a little warmer. Learning how to move with the season instead of against it. That's how belonging starts. Not in perfect weather, not in comfort, but in the adjustment. In the first snowy commute, in the first careful step on icy pavement, in the first time you look around and think, I can handle this. Because this city doesn't just test you, it strengthens you. Look at the headlights ahead. Look at the tire tracks forming paths through the snow. Look at the buildings standing steady under winter skies. This is resilience. And now, you're part of it. Toronto is a city built by people who arrived from somewhere else. People who showed up with hope, with ambition, with uncertainty, with courage. And winter. Winter is part of the initiation. It slows you down, it teaches patience. It demands preparation, but it also gives something back. It gives clarity, it gives stillness. It gives you a moment to realize, if you can handle this, you can handle anything here. In this city, we don't stop when it snows. We adapt, we show up, we move forward carefully but confidently. This is where we build new chapters. That's where we score today. Where we chase our freedom. This is where we grow stronger than we're yesterday. This is where we work. This is where we play. This is where we live. And now, it's yours too. So if today feels cold, if it feels unfamiliar, if it feels challenging, take a breath. You're not behind. You're becoming. Welcome to winter. Welcome to resilience. Welcome to Toronto. Welcome to where we work, where we play, where we live. It's cold this morning. The windshield is frosted. The roads are slow. The sky hasn't fully woken up yet, and neither have you. Not really. You were up before the sun, packing lunches, finding mittens, looking for the other boot, warming up the car while answering questions from the back seat. Some days feel heavier than the snow falling outside. Bills, schedules, work, laundry, expectations. And somehow, you carry all of it. Quietly. No applause, no spotlight, just moving it forward. Look at this road. Snow doesn't stop you. It just makes you adjust. You drive slower. You grip the wheel tighter. You pay closer attention. And that's what you've been doing in life too. Adjusting, adapting, holding everything together even when it feels like too much. You might not see it, but what you're doing is extraordinary. You show up on the days when it'd be easier to stay in bed. You keep going when you're tired. You solve problems nobody else even notices. That's strength. Not loud strength, not social media strength. Real strength. The kind built in quiet mornings and snowy commutes. The kind that wipes tears in the rearview mirror and keeps driving. Look at the tracks forming on this road. Every car that passes leaves a path, makes it easier for the next one. That's what you're doing. You're carving a path for your kids, for your family, for a future they don't fully understand yet. And one day they'll look back at these winters, these early mornings, these snowy drives, and they'll realize you were the steady one. You were the warmth in the cold. You were the calm in the storm. In this city, in this season, in this life, this is where we work. This is where we sacrifice. This is where we grow. This is where we live. And you're doing better than you think. So if the day feels heavy, if the snow feels like one more thing, take a breath. You made it through every hard day so far. You will make it through this one too. Keep driving, keep loving, keep showing up. Even in the snow. Especially in the snow. Look at this. The roads are covered. The sky is heavy. The world feels slower today. On mornings like this, it's easy to stay inside. Easy to complain. Easy to wait for better weather. But here you are. Driving forward. Through the cold, through the uncertainty. Through the snow you didn't ask for, and that matters. Because life doesn't always show up sunny. Sometimes it shows up like this. Quiet, white, challenging. And you still move. Every careful turn of the wheel, every steady breath, every mile forward. That's resilience. Snow teaches something most people miss. It slows the world down. It forces patience, it demands attention. You can't rush it. You can't fight it. You adapt. And maybe that's the lesson. Not every season's meant for speed. Some are meant for strength. Some are meant for stillness. For reflection. For proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. So today, as the snow falls, and the roads stretch quietly ahead, remember this. You've made it through every storm so far. And this one is just another road you're strong enough to drive. Keep going. It's morning. The sky is slowly turning from black to gray. Snow drifts quietly across empty streets. Traffic lights blink over roads that haven't filled up yet. Most people are just waking up. But you already put in the work. While the city slept, you stayed awake. While homes were warm, quiet, you were moving. Hospitals, factories, security stations, warehouses. Plow trucks clearing these very roads. Late night kitchens, emergency calls, cleaning crews, dispatch lines. The world rests because someone doesn't. And this morning, the someone was you. There's a certain silence in these hours. A kind of calm that only night workers understand. It's not glamorous. It's not loud. It doesn't trend. It's discipline. It's responsibility. It's showing up when the clock says most people shouldn't. Now the snow falls gently as you drive home. Headlights cutting through white air. Tire tracks forming careful paths ahead. You're tired. Of course you are. Look at what you've done. You kept something running. You kept someone safe. You kept something clean. You kept something moving. The city breathes through the night because of people like you. Snow slows everything down. It demands caution. It asks for patience. You've already navigated the hardest part. The long, quiet hours when most of the world disappears. It's begins to rise over a snow cover a snow skyline. Remember this. Your work matters, even if most people never see it. And if no one thanks you at 3:17 AM, you were there. You showed up. You carried responsibility when it was east. In the city, this cold, in this early morning stillness. This is where we work. Not when it's easy. Not when it's convenient. But when it's needed. And now, as the day begins for everyone else, you get to rest, drive steady, go home, close the door, let the snow fall outside. You earn this quiet. This is where we work. This is where we endure. This is where we live. Even the snow. Especially in the snow. It's morning. Snow falls softly against the windshield. The roads are quiet, the city feels distant. Some mornings feel heavier than others, not because of the weather, but because of the silence. Maybe you woke up today and no one texted, no one called, no one noticed you stepped out into the cold. The world can feel big in moments like this. Cold, wide, unfamiliar. But here's something the snow reminds us of. You're not the only one awake right now. Behind those apartment windows, inside those houses, across these quiet streets, there are other people drinking coffee alone, driving alone, walking alone, carrying thoughts they don't always share. Loneliness can be convincing. It tells you you're separate. It tells you you're behind. It tells you no one understands. But look at these roads. Every set of tired tracks means someone else passed through here. Someone else made it forward. Someone else is navigating their own quiet morning. The city isn't empty. It's just quiet. And quiet doesn't mean forgotten. Sometimes winter isolates us. We stay inside more, we talk less, we move slower. But seasons change. Light lasts longer, doors open more often. Voices return to sidewalks. Parks fill again. And the same is true for connection. It ebbs, it flows, it returns. If today feels lonely, that doesn't mean you always will be. It means you're human, it means you care. It means you're still hoping for something more. And that hope, that's proof you're not finished. In this city, this cold, in this quiet stretch of road, this is where we keep going. Not loudly, not perfectly, but steadily. You matter here, even if no one says it today, even if the only witness is falling snow and blinking traffic lights. Keep driving, keep breathing, Keep showing up, because just like winter, loneliness is a season, and seasons always change in the city. This is where we endure. This is where we grow. This is where we live, even in the quiet. Especially quiet. It's morning. Snow falls softly against the windshield. The roads are quiet, the city feels distant. Some mornings feel heavier than others, not because of the weather, but because of the silence. Maybe you woke up today and no one texted, no one called, no one noticed you stepped out into the cold. The world can feel big in moments like this. Cold, wide, unfamiliar. But here's something the snow reminds us of. You're not the only one awake right now. Behind those apartment windows, inside those houses, across these quiet streets, there are other people drinking coffee alone, driving alone, walking alone, carrying thoughts they don't always share. Loneliness can be convincing. It tells you you're separate. It tells you you're behind. It tells you no one understands. But look at these roads. Every set of tired tracks means someone else passed through here. Someone else made it forward. Someone else is navigating their own quiet morning. The city isn't empty. It's just quiet. And quiet doesn't mean forgotten. Sometimes winter isolates us. We stay inside more, we talk less, we move slower. But seasons change. Light lasts longer, doors open more often. Voices return to sidewalks. Parks fill again. And the same is true for connection. It ebbs, it flows, it returns. If today feels lonely, that doesn't mean you always will be. It means you're human, it means you care, it means you're still hoping for something more. And that hope, that's proof you're not finished. In this city, this cold, and this quiet stretch of road, this is where we keep going. Not loudly, not perfectly, but steadily. You matter here, even if no one says it today, even if the only witness is falling snow and blinking traffic lights. Keep driving, keep breathing, keep showing up, because just like winter, loneliness is a season, and seasons always change in the city. This is where we endure. This is where we grow. This is where we live, even in the quiet, especially quiet. This morning, snow still covers the roads. The air still bites. The trees still stand bare against a pale sky. Winter hasn't left yet, but look closely. The light is different now. It lingers a little longer. It stretches a little farther across the streets. It feels lighter. That's how change begins. Not all at once, not dramatically, not with fireworks, quietly. Beneath the snow, the ground is already preparing. Beneath the cold, something is already shifting. Spring doesn't arrive overnight. It builds. Day by day, degree by degree, minute by minute of extra daylight. And maybe that's how hope works too. Not loud, not sudden. Steady. Maybe your life feels a little like this road right now. Covered, slowed, uncertain. Seasons always move forward. Winter never wins permanently. The snow melts, the light returns, the air softens, and the same is true for you. Whatever feels frozen right now, it won't stay that way forever. In this city, through storms, through long winters, through early morning commutes, under gray skies, we don't give up. We prepare, we endure, we believe, because we know something others forget. Spring is coming. Drive forward. Keep building, keep believing, keep showing up. This is just the final chapter of winter. And the next season is already on its way. In the city, this is where we work. This is where we grow. This is where we live. And brighter days are closer than they look.